Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. Out here walking and talking today. Been eating mulberry. Are my teeth purple? Don't tell anyone. Shh. It'll be my secret. But found out, and I hadn't realized it, that the so-called heroes in the baseball practice Virginia congressional shootation incident yesterday, the two men who were on the security detail for...
It's a man and a woman, black woman.
Oh, God, what? The man and the woman who were on the security detail for the Republican representative from Louisiana, whose name is... I can't remember. Scalise. He was the big name, it seemed to be in the article. That they were black. And Ivy was saying that she saw that on Roland Martin, but then when you watch this, was it CNN coverage?
MSNBC, no, HLN.
HLN coverage, that when you see more coverage of the white man who did the shooting than you do of the so-called heroes. When they talk about the so-called heroes, they have white men talking about the so-called heroes. They're not giving you images for the most part of those people.
The only time they show the images of them is when they show all 5 people who were shot, and they're just down on the end, not highlighted as the ones who fought back and who saved all the lives.
So, just kind of thinking about and talking about and acknowledging the power of images. How, a lot of times we get a story visually. Oh, look at this. They done scratched up this whole yard. What they doing? A lot of times we get a story through images, and so images are very, very powerful. So there's a certain narrative that you can advance, and you can pretend to be disingenuous. Oh, we never said anything one way or the other. But you're presenting certain images, and that is definitely saying something. So, what else did you hear on the news today?
Well, they have not called it a terrorist attack.
They have not called it a terrorist attack.
The Flint indictments.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Snyder, who's the governor of Michigan.
Well, he has not been indicted, but one of his cabinet members and the emergency manager that he appointed, both of whom report directly to him, have been indicted for involuntary manslaughter as well as obstruction of justice. There's 5 of them all together. But the net seems to be circling higher up.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think that somebody should snatch Snyder up and lock him in a room. Oh, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. I'm not saying this specifically about Snyder, but I think it would be justice if someone who was responsible for jacking up so many people's water so callously and so ruthlessly had the opportunity to, have a water fast. Right. Let's do a 60-day Flint water fast. That would be my recommendation. But you didn't hear it from me. I'm not suggesting that. Anything else?
Nothing that I can think of right offhand.
All right. I'm trying to do a combined walk and talk and notes from the news feed. So I did go through my news feed this morning. You can find me on Twitter at BeFabulousYou. Facebook is Angela Riley, maybe Angela Rasulullah Riley, and you might even be able to find me on Facebook as BeFabulousYou. But these are just my notes on what's on the news feed this morning, my response to articles that I picked out that will probably end up being forwarded to my social media contacts. Okay, so the first headline coming off of Atlanta Black Star is Senator Kamala Harris interrupted again by male colleagues while pressing Sessions on DOJ policy. I don't know if you have any commentary on that.
Well, I'm glad that people are taking note and highlighting it. So maybe the Congress will, feel ashamed of themselves for their blatant sexism and racism towards one of their colleagues.
Right. This coming off Atlanta Black Star, so it's not.
They may not see it, but someone else may pick it up.
Right. That's
Sometimes these people might have their names highlighted where you know anything about them, someone may know about it.
Yeah, that's true. Kamala is my girl. That's all I got to say. Gone, girl. We used to this. What did Maxine Waters say? They can't. That shit ain't gonna stop shit.
Right.
Fuck them. FUQ.
Oh, they came out officially and said that they are investigating Trump.
Yeah, I think that's on my news feed, but I hadn't heard the story. I just saw the headline.
Well, I mean, you knew it.
Right. This kind of
all these point to Rome. You can't leave Rome out.
all roads lead to Rome. Where are we going? Flint.
Right.
No, we're going to Rome. But shoot, sometimes white people. Well, let me just shut up. Sometimes stuff that seem obvious don't be obvious.
Right.
So I don't know, but I'm glad to hear that. Okay, here's another story coming off of the Atlanta Black Star. Study: blacks less likely to be referred to a neurologist, more likely to pay more for worse care.
That's not surprising.
Not surprising at all. It's just more and more, the story is already out there.
Yeah.
It's no surprise. More of the same. This is coming off of Business Insider. Shooting at San Francisco UPS facility leaves at least 3 dead. Did you hear about that? Dang. I remember when I was young and they used to have these shootings at work, and it seemed like they were mostly at post offices. So that's where the expression, I don't even know if people use it anymore, going postal, comes from. And when I saw that UPS thing, it reminded me of the fact that you used to hear about workplace shootings a lot in the context of post offices. And I guess UPS is kind of like the new age post office.
A lot of jobs are stressful.
A lot of jobs are stressful. And a lot of these people out here, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a killer type, but I mean, I know I've encountered some people where it was like, dang, if I was the killer type, I might have some ideas or some thoughts. Okay. Is Trump, this is coming off of Yahoo News, is Trump disrupting his own foreign policy team?
Yes.
The case of Qatar. Y'all know I'm obsessed with Qatar and I still haven't done research. Have you said yes? Trump is a disruptor.
He just come and say whatever he wants, and then the people try to deal with it, try to reconcile it with current U.S. policy, then they come out and say something totally different.
It's like a creative writing project, like if you're an actor.
Because usually in the creative process, you know the end game. You got a plot.
It's like if you're an actor and you're doing a group writing project, somebody could just put something out there. You don't know what they're going to put out there, and you have to deal it. You have to deal with it. You have to incorporate it into the body of the project and try to make it make sense. And then if they're not playing, if they're playing a crazy game like he is, then tomorrow is going to be something totally crazy, maybe counter to what you tried to build into the story.
Right.
But it's not a game. This is, this is the United States of America. Okay. But I do want to know more about Qatar. This is coming off of Business Insider. 2 economists tested a common assumption about the poorest Americans and found it dead wrong. I haven't read the article.
Well, we all know the theory they try to put out here is that you poor because you too lazy to work, you black and all that. And we all know the statistics show that it's more poor white people. The statistics show that more working poor people than they trying to give credit for. So I haven't read the article.
But that's what I thought of when I saw the headline too, along those lines. Like all of this propaganda, this corporate, big business corporate propaganda against poor people and against middle class people. It's some bull. Okay. Report. This coming off of Business Insider. Fox News ditches iconic fair and balanced slogan.
They might as well.
I didn't know that was their slogan. What they been fair and balanced about? Do they even try to be fair and balanced?
No.
Right, I thought that was funny. Yeah, they definitely might as well ditch it.
Well, if they take the position that the liberal, that the mainstream media is so unqualified and liberal, and they're the ones fair and balanced because they're presenting a conservative point of view.
A counter. Ooh. Now these berries.
Alternative fact, these are sweet.
And they're ripe, but they're like a mauve color almost. They're beautiful. They're not red. They're not purple. Oh no. Are they good? I mean, because the ones that are not as dark are very sweet. Okay. We gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
Y'all know this is a walk and talk too. The Netherlands, this is coming off of Business Insider too. The Netherlands is turning empty prisons into luxury hotels.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if there was an end to mass incarceration such that people could live in prisons as apartments or remodeled or whatever?
Yeah, it is like a conversation to reimagine some stuff. Now, what I thought when I heard it, I didn't really think that, but I think that that's a good point. And I think it's kind of exciting to hear about what's happening in other parts of the world, because it's like we're locked into a certain way of thinking and being here. So it almost precludes the possibility of, what? We don't need prisons? I mean, that's just...
And the whole medical marijuana thing. Of filling up for all this free labor.
Yeah, fill up the prisons for free labor. I mean, the prisons are just a continuation of the system of enslavement anyway. But what I did think is, you know, so much terrible, awful things happen in prisons here, just like, you know, these plantation work camps or whatever, that I wonder what the vibration is, and if I'd feel comfortable and peaceful staying there, if I'd have a restful night's sleep.
You wake up and the place has changed and you can't get out.
Right, you pay to go to a hotel and find yourself enslaved. That would be a good science fiction or, you know, speculative fiction story. Okay, this is coming off of Business Insider. Betsy DeVos is rolling back 2 rules aimed at for-profit colleges. I didn't read the article. Of course, this is just headlines. But I feel like, does she do anything progressive or remotely progressive? So I assume it's some backwards ass shit. But I don't know. But I'd have to read the article. This is what I wanted you to hear. This is coming off of the Griot. Reverend Al Sharpton calls for diversity in white-dominated marijuana industry. I'm glad to see this conversation going more mainstream. You know, because I feel like so many of us have been the victims of this unreasonable attack on people related, you know, who you smoke a joint. Oh my God, you have a joint, you're going to jail for 29 million years. And, you know, compared to people who drink and the craziness that they do. So we've been just victimized by the whole incarceration. And I think that was part of the design of it. What were you going to say? You read an article?
In Metro Times, it's about 6 months old now. But it was talking about the experiences of a minority or a black guy who was trying to set up a dispensary.
Because dispensaries are sort of kind of legal in Michigan, but it's like some weird, I can't figure it out. It seems like the Arabs have a lot of dispensaries because they have the money to legally fight whatever goes on with them.
Right. So Michigan, I mean, City of Detroit City Council came out with these rules and ordinances that shut down like 50-some dispensaries in like one fell swoop. And they're trying to appeal it, but it's like, I don't know, it's almost like the Dennis Archer mentality. I don't want no black people to get rich off this, so let's make it so restrictive that even though you got this spot and you selling money and you haven't been a problem, we're not going to grandfather you in. We can make you shut down and maybe try to find another place, you know. But it's more restrictive than it is for a liquor store.
It's more restrictive than it is for a liquor store.
So
yeah. So,
and with the new quote war on drugs and all that kind of stuff, they're just getting ready to fill up the prisons.
yeah, the new Sessions,
Yes.
Beauregard war on drugs. Netflix has more American subscribers than cable TV. This is coming off of Engadget. I was kind of surprised by that. You don't have a Netflix subscription, but you have cable
I have
TV.
it on Cody, right?
You don't have but
I can
that's not a subscription. Shh. I don't know what the deal is with Cody, if it's legal or not. I mean, you can get the app off of the App Store. Woman attacks. This is coming off the Griot. Woman attacks 12-year-old girl because her boyfriend hit on her. So
That sounds kind of sick.
right, it's crazy. But I mean, I just think that a lot of us women, you know, kind of put a lot of responsibility on children to deal with grown men, you know, just in a lot of ways. That's not fair, it's not reasonable,
Right.
but it speaks to the fact that we're in distress. You know, as a community, we're desperate. We're not thinking clearly, you know. So, I mean, not each and every one of us, but collectively, you know, we have to do better to protect and advocate for our girls and boys and for one another. Okay, mass surveillance, I don't know what that was. Oh, it had something to do with the Arab Emirate states, but you got to go to my website to check that out. Secret women, I think that had to do with maybe in Nigeria or some country. They have a Facebook page where women can tell their secrets. So I didn't read the article, but I did click once to read enough to know that that was what it was about. And I want to know, what's the secrets? But women need spaces just like men need spaces. We have 17 minutes, y'all. Venezuela's child malnutrition crisis grows. That's coming off of BBC World News Latin America. So I didn't even know that there was a child malnutrition crisis going on. I was kind of sad to hear, you know, that it grows in Venezuela. She reached up there. Memorial for slain 12-year-old Florida girl continues to grow as public mourns. That was coming off of Atlanta Black Star. I didn't know anything about a slain 12-year-old girl, but today is Tamir Rice's birthday, maybe. He was a 12-year-old child, I believe, who was shot in the park playing. He wasn't shot for playing with a toy gun. He was shot because he was a black person, and somebody with a gun thought that it would be fun or interesting or whatever. But he was a little boy playing with a gun, so I think he would have been 15 today. And I'm not sure who this 12-year-old girl is in Florida. That's coming off Atlanta Black Star. But the babies, rest in peace, baby. Medic dragged half-naked dead body through crowded American Airlines flight. I saw this all over my news feed. Did you see the story? Okay, so I'm sure we'll be seeing it on.
You don't know what happened?
I didn't click the article. That's coming off the Griot, but this is like the third time that I saw it on my news feed. So I'm sure it's a story that's about to trend and it's going to get some attention. So we'll watch out for that. Whoa!
I like that sign. No matter where you're from, we're glad you're our neighbor. In 3 languages.
Yeah. Spanish, English,
Arabic.
I guess, is Arabic a language?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Arabic is a language. This headline is coming off of Black Time Travel, so I didn't know if it was a current headline or a past headline. It says, whoa, Yet another Ferguson activist is now dead.
Yeah. That's the 34-year-old.
I didn't click the head. I mean, I just saw the headline.
Something about it yesterday. They didn't give a lot of detail. But 34 heart. I think they tried to say heart attack or something.
Yeah.
Seems mighty suspicious to me.
Yeah. I guess all I have to say is look at these cherries or whatever they are. Y'all see how red they are? Can you see that? This is on somebody's property.
Yeah.
But woo, they look like maraschino cherries. Do cherries even look like that in real life?
Yeah.
Wow. And they look like cherries too. They probably have children. Them kids love to come out here and eat the cherries, so I'm going to try to ignore them. But I'm going to tell y'all this. When I just saw Who's Streets the other day, it was very encouraging. You know, not just for the young people and the activists in Ferguson, but I just think as a nation of black people throughout the world, you know, I just, hey, how y'all doing? I just say peace. I'm really sorry for, you know, the loss of any life, because every life is valuable. Every life, you know, matters and is important. And I'm really proud of, you know, young people and any person who stands up and fights for what they believe in. Because, you know, we're only going to be alive for so long anyway. So you might as well die doing something. You know, you might as well be about dying. You might as well die in the context of standing up for what you believe in, and standing up for your people, and standing up for who you are, and standing up for what's right. So I kind of feel like, I don't know what's going on in Ferguson, but I'm like, keep fighting. We keep fighting. We keep fighting. You know, you can kill my body, but you can't kill my spirit. So you can kill the body, a body here and there, but you can't kill the spirit. You can't kill the work, and you can't kill the resistance. We resist. We don't accept this bullshit. No, no, no.
There's someone sitting in the car.
Oh, they brought their own chair. We were just talking about the fact that, hey.
How you doing?
Good,
Okay.
how are you?
Okay. My name is Glenn from DTE. I'm an energy specialist. I know you guys stay in this area. You got to, because you're walking down the street. And you're taking pictures of my truck and me.
No, it's actually facing this
Oh,
way.
facing
I just
you?
took you off camera.
Oh, got me off camera. It's okay. I don't mind being on camera.
We found
You guys
out.
stay around here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm an energy specialist. What I do, I go through these homes. I tell you places.
Be you, be
things that
fabulous, be
save-
fabulous you.
Save energy in your home. Also, I install LED light bulbs, shower heads, and things of that nature. And everything I do is free.
Okay.
So it's a free program. So I'm going to leave you with some information.
Okay.
And this is my name. This
I
is,
thought it would
some
let you
information that
pause.
You can call this here, the number here. These are all the things that I install in your house.
All right, so he's selling his services as a DTE energy specialist. But found out Ivy went to a neighborhood association meeting for this park in our, for the neighborhood association, for our street, for our block, actually, not even our street, just our block. And we had been talking about this park. It's called, whatever it's called. And I'm like, there ain't no benches in the park. I don't even like to walk through the park because I don't want to step in dog mess, but it's nice to look through. So if they didn't keep it mowed, which they do at the beginning of the summer, it was kind of rocky. But if they didn't keep it mowed, would that really be a big deal? Because it would be like a place where, you know, the pheasants and the bunnies and the possums. And I actually saw some ducks, a duck and a goose living there at the end of the season when it was raining. It could be a wildlife refuge, but they mow it, they keep it mowed. And I'm like, but you know, there ain't no benches or nothing in it. And Ivy told me this morning that this park was designed to be, come on girl, let's go.
Strolling park.
A strolling park. Like you stroll through it, but you keep your behind moving. Don't be coming here sitting down. You keep strolling. And it's like, that's basically what I do. I walk by and I look, I'm like, oh, it's pretty. That's more or less it. Now we'll pick berries out of it. If I have on my boots, I'll go through it because I figure it'll be easy to get dog boo-boo off in my boots.
It's not that much dog messing.
I know, I don't think I've ever stepped in any, but I know people, like when I don't tell anybody, but when Bella used to go run wild in there, I don't know where her mess was. She don't run wild anymore. She got accused of biting another dog on the lip, so now she's always on leash. But when she used to run wild, I didn't know where her mess was. And shoot, all you have to do is step in dog mess once, or all I have to do, I stepped in dog mess once. It was so traumatic, I don't never want that to happen again. So it don't have to be a bunch. If I think there's a chance that I might step in it, shoot. So anyway, it's a strolling park. That's what we found out. Oh, can you see that red bird in that tree? Dang, it just changed the angle. It's a cardinal, but it was so red in that tree. All right, y'all. In this chit-chatting and stuff, I done came out of my news feed, and I was so excited that I was at the, look, see, now I'm walking, looking down in case I step in something. I'm gonna stop. I was so excited that I was at the end. But thank you for being here. Have a fabulous day. Be you, be fabulous you. Mwah.